Are you sick of that pre-exam dread? You know what I'm talking about. Well, stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to lay out a proven roadmap that will help you walk into any exam feeling confident. And this isn't about luck or some magic trick, it's a real, actionable strategy.
So, let's get right into it. Just imagine for a second, what if passing an exam wasn't some random thing? What if it was just about following a clear map? Well, that's exactly what we're going to build together right now, a step-by-step guide to get you from day one of studying all the way across that finish line.
Yeah, this quote right here, it hits the nail on the head. Passing exams is not a game of chance, it's not a roll of the dice. Every single thing we're about to talk about is designed to build up these three key things: rock-solid preparation, real discipline, and, maybe most importantly, that unshakable belief in yourself.
Okay, so where do we even start? Well, first things first, we've got to build the foundation. Think of this as laying the concrete before you build the house. Get this part right, and everything else gets a whole lot easier.
You know, here's a huge mistake a lot of people make. They look at the syllabus and just see a boring checklist. But it's not. It's actually your secret map. I mean, it's literally the examiners telling you, hey, this is exactly what's going to be on the test. When you break it down into smaller, bite-sized pieces, you're doing more than just organizing. You're taking that massive, overwhelming feeling and turning it into, okay, I got this. Okay, look at this. We've got two paths here. And let's be honest, we've all gone down that road on the left. The last-minute, panic-fueled, all-night cram session that just leads to total burnout. The real key to success? It's that path on the right. It's about finding a rhythm, short, focused sessions every day. It's all about consistency, not cramming. And trust me, those small, daily efforts, they add up. They compound into something huge.
All right, so our foundation is set, we have a plan. Now it's time to actually build the skills. This next part is all about the active stuff, the real work of learning. This is where we go from just knowing some facts to truly understanding them.
Listen, if there is one single tool that will give you the biggest bang for your buck, it's this: past exam questions. Seriously, why are they so powerful? Well, think of them as a sneak peek into the mind of the person who wrote the exam. You start to see the patterns, you see the topics that come up again and again, you even learn the style of questions they like to ask. And maybe the best part? They shine a big, bright spotlight on exactly what you don't know yet. And this is how you take that practice to a whole other level. It's one thing to know the right answer. It's another thing entirely to understand why it's the right answer. And just as important, why are all the other choices wrong? When you can answer that, you've got a deep understanding that will prepare you for pretty much anything they can throw at you.
Okay, let's talk about a real game changer of a technique. It's called active recall. You know how we all just reread our notes over and over? Turns out that's one of the worst ways to study. Active recall is the opposite. It forces your brain to pull information out of your memory without looking. It's like doing a workout for your brain cells. Every time you do it, that memory gets stronger and stronger.
So how do you actually do this active recall thing? It's pretty simple. Try what's called the teach-to-learn method. After you learn a new concept, just try to explain it out loud. To your dog, to the wall, doesn't matter. You will immediately find out what you know really well and where you're still a little shaky. Then you just go back and focus on those weak spots.
Okay, quick recap. We've mapped out our plan, we've started building our skills, so what's next? Well, now it's time for the dress rehearsal. We need to get ready for the pressure of the actual exam.
But why bother practicing under pressure? I mean, isn't it stressful enough? Here's why. We all know someone, or maybe it's even happened to us, who knew all the material but just froze on exam day. Practicing with a timer is the antidote to that panic. You're basically training your brain to stay calm when the stakes are high. And the benefits are huge. You're not just checking what you know, you're actually training yourself to be faster. You're learning how to manage that ticking clock so you don't run out of time. And with every practice test you do, a little bit of that anxiety just melts away and gets replaced by real, solid confidence. You're making the exam environment feel normal.
So, here's a simple way to do it. Set a timer, for real, and just go for it. About halfway through, maybe just pause for 10 seconds to check your pace. Are you on track? Then, when that alarm goes off, pencils down. I'm serious, no cheating. Because the most important work happens after the test is over. That's when you do a full review and break down every single question, especially the ones that tripped you up.
All right, we are in the home stretch now. This is it. This is all about making sure every bit of your hard work actually pays off when it counts. It's time to talk about your exam day game plan.
So exam day is finally here. This is where all that preparation turns into action. Look, the goal today is not to learn anything new. It's just to stay calm, stay focused, and be ready. You've already done the heavy lifting, you've done the practice runs, all you have to do now is execute.
On the day of the exam, your whole focus should be on the things you can actually control. I know this stuff sounds small, but it's so important. Eating a decent meal, getting there a little early so you're not rushing, just taking a few deep breaths before you start. These simple little things set you up for success. Keep a positive mindset, focus on one question at a time, and more than anything, trust the work you've put in.
And just before you walk into that room, I want you to remember this. All that preparation, all that discipline, it has all led you to this moment. You've put in the hours. You are ready. You need to believe that.
So there you have it. We've laid out the entire roadmap, from planning your strategy all the way to crossing that finish line. But look, a map is useless if you don't take the first step. Success is all about action. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the very first, simple step you're going to take today to start down this path?